Daniel, thank you very much that you have agreed to get into a conversation with me, Danie Slabbert of ActionCOACH. As I've explained to you previously, our objective is to support small business by giving them exposure and see how we can assist. And that's why we have this conversation now. So welcome on our platform. And let's get started. If you can tell me a little bit about your business, your products, your value offering, and whatever is important to you as a small businessman, and what you do and supply to the market.
Thank you for the opportunity, Danie. So I am the owner, operator, and I think the big dreamer in Geometric Gems. It's a gem cutting firm. Now, this is something that I think most people would not hear every day. So my business started in 2014 as specifically to support the jewelry trade with cutting gemstones, repairing gemstones that's traditionally placed within jewelry pieces. And then also taking those gems or gemstones from mines in Africa. Well, that's my primary purpose, Hong Kong. What the predominant offering is that my company is doing is the gem cutting and also gem identification, assisting jewelers on items or stones that they are not familiar with. So it's giving that added service. Because we also support the international market, especially in Cape Town. This is now really a Cape Townian thing, is all the gemstones that's very rare. So we offer a sourcing service, contacting mines and dealers around the world to find, let's say, something as rare as a Paraiba tourmaline, which is highly sought after, especially by your European client, but not readily available internationally. So there's a bit of effort that goes into putting that gemstone on a person's finger, as it were. Now,
No, sorry, Daniel, I've interrupted you. Please carry on.
So I took a few example pieces. So I don't know if you can see, this is a piece of morganite. It's a pink morganite, comes from Madagascar. It was mined there. And out of this, I would then create pretty much that.
True. Fantastic, huh?
Yeah, so this is also morganite, and its origin is Madagascar. So you also find this specific gemstone in America. You find it in South America. But I feel that, well, I think a little bit biased, but I think the product that we do get from the African continent is the better product. And I think that's also why it's extremely popular with tourists and also international clients actually buying these stones from us. It's now in the rough or in a finished product. So there's a lot of opportunity. My job is quite a rare one for South Africa. I mean, if you go to Asia, gem cutters or gem cutting is actually something that's more readily available. Where in South Africa, and I think in the Western Hemisphere, it's a very specialized service. I think from a convenience perspective, also wear and tear on a jewelry piece. Many clients don't really think about it, but at least with our specialized service, we can repair that gemstones to be as good as new, have a brand new ring, as it were.
And Daniel, I conclude from what you've said that you are in this business for a number of years already. You started your business 6 years ago in 2014. Huh?
The love actually started, it's a little running joke here between me and my clients. My first stone was bought when I was 9 years old. So, gemstones, unfortunately, is more than just a passion. I think it's more of an obsession. The moment that something starts to sparkle, then your eyes just starts to sparkle with it, and it just really, really, really runs with you. And it's literally run with me the best part of my life.
Yeah. That's what's required to have a successful business, is that passion. But with that, of course, on the level where you are now is the business aspect to it. And I think target targeting your market and segmenting your market must be important, because it sounds to me you can sell to individuals who need specific stones for jewelry pieces, but your customers are also jewelers. And that's
Yes.
where business coaching comes in, to assist business owners segmenting and targeting their markets. What's your own experience in targeting your markets?
Well, it is, because it's so incredibly specialized. It becomes difficult to segment successfully, if I can put it like this. And how to target. I mean, I'm just going to use an example. There's over 1,500 different variants of gemstones, which include diamond, emerald, sapphire. Each person is pretty much dictated by their own taste. So now and also then there's additional things like birthstones and when to market which one. And which is actually quite strange. You would think, let's say in May month, where emeralds, historically the birthstone, which is historically a popular option, you would get something like morganites now suddenly becoming a huge fashion trend. Obviously, your marketing was completely wrong with regards to who you marketed, being the people whose birthdays in March, or in May, if I can say. Right. So, yeah, and also if you look at a private client, or in all honesty, they look for something for adornment of self. Price in some cases isn't even an issue. Whereas when you deal with trade, price, obviously they also have a business, so they must be able to maneuver their product or put it to such a point where they can offer a full, let's say the ring with the diamonds and the emerald and all of these items put together to their client. Which is a private person, and that person might also just have a budget. So there's a lot of considerations to take into account here, not just based on who and where and what region, but also because these are luxury items, expensive items, and in most cases non-necessities, to actually position yourself.
Daniel, if we move from sparkling masterpieces to the harsh reality that we are in now, and we have been in this situation for the last 3 months, how has COVID-19 impacted your business?
So I think I share with the majority of the world. It has negatively influenced I think many businesses, mine inclusive. And this being especially because we are dealing in luxury items. And let's now be frank here, luxury items is not non-necessities. However, I think the market is also shifting in the interim. Many people are afraid to spend a lot of money on things that isn't necessity, but because this is seen as the adornment of a human being, we have had many sales from people, even though it's not expensive items. COVID-19 has had a huge effect. People's priorities have changed.
Did you have to do one or two things differently during the last 3 months than what you did previously?
Actually, a lot.
It sounds so exciting, the market environment in which you're operating. I really hope that we get an opportunity to work together. And with our business input and with your passion, I'm sure great things can come about. Just an interesting question. They say smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. What mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience? If you can mention one or two things briefly of what you would like to convey to other entrepreneurs, of what you've learned out of your successes and your mistakes.
This is where I think Action Coach becomes a very important partner, is kind of keeping you in line, as it were, of what is the responsible choices to do. I mean, at the end of the day, a business is there to generate an income or money or profit. And so that part, I mean, from a stock holding perspective, and I can only talk for myself because, like I said, shiny things unfortunately makes you stupid.
Daniel, thank you very much. I mean, that's a fantastic punt for the services that we offer, and I appreciate it.